Good morning, everybody. It's Michael here from the Trading Institutional Order Flow thread on Forex Factory. I hope you're all well. Just thought I'd do a quick video looking at shorter term income. The last video was looking at weekly charts, so we're going to take a look at daily charts today. It's the 27th of November 2018. So let's get started looking at the US dollar that we always like to start with. We're looking at the dollar sitting now into a supply zone, having done a complex correction into that area. We're working off of this demand zone, which is still below us. You can see that the buying that was in here that caused the rally has already been tested into and it's gone up. So looking for potential long trades against the US dollar if we find opportunities on the other US based pairs. So let's go straight to the euro. We're looking at the euro itself sitting in here into its opposing demand zone. Again, done a complex correction, tested into the supply that was above, and it's come back into it. It's sitting right at demand right now. So for short-term income, looking for potential buys in there. We're still working off of that supply zone there. So we have tested supply above us. We have tested supply there. We have fresh demand. Prices have just arrived in the last day to this level, and we'll see how they go. There's still some more demand down here for shorter term income, but for now, this is what we've got. So the most appropriate action would probably be to look for long trades in the euro for now. Looking at the Aussie is still sitting into this demand zone with the dollar again sitting into that supply. We are still working our way off of that supply. So this is what we've got previously tested supply above us and also demand now that's tested. So it's pretty rangy in this case. So you would want to watch, but definitely probably best to look for long trades in the short term, of course, until this range works itself out. And in the pound US dollar, the pound US dollar has been working off of the demand down in here. That's what it's done, and we still have supply up there. We are ranging as you can see the whole market here. It's not done very much in the last few months. So we've got highs up there, we've got lows down here. That's what we've got. So we're on the lower end of it now. It's a bit choppy in here. Might be best to look for other pairs. Plus, remember, it's the pound, quite driven by news at the moment. So please be mindful of that. Looking at the New Zealand's been quite strong. It's the first one to react so far against the US dollar with the trade wars and everything going on. And then we've got demand down in there. So that's what we've got right now. If we're looking for opportunities, we are taking out demand now on this level. So as it's coming down, we have taken out one demand zone around here. I think that low is 67.54. Yeah, we have taken it out. So watch the next level down here. We haven't quite made it up to the supply zone, but we're pulling back in a very slow, tiresome way. Not the greatest for now, but with the strength that we've seen, might be worth looking for confirmation at that level. And looking at the US dollar Canadian, it too is working off of previously tested supply right now. We've got demand down in there. So those are the levels to watch in the US dollar. Bear in mind with the US dollar being into that supply zone. Let's go quickly take a look and see what's on the 1 hour in here. So for the 1 hour, we've got that level sitting right there, which is not quite high enough. And there's also that one. So those two levels, I'd watch these two, this one and that one. I'd watch those two. In fact, you could extend this to include that. So those are the two levels I would keep an eye on in the US dollar, considering that the US dollar index is in the supply and we want to play off of that. US dollar Swiss come down. We have not so great supply above us, and the demand zone is more there. So that's what we've got in that pair. We're kind of in the middle of everything right now, so not much to do. The US dollar Japanese going flat up in here. We've got supply up there that's been tested. We're pulling back. We're trying to get through this level, but it's still holding prices up. So that's what we've got right now. Very quite range bound up in there. So not too much in terms of price range for trades. But for short-term income, probably will get something there on a smaller time frame. So I would investigate that one a bit further. We've got demand in here. It's not the greatest. There's a lot of trading at this level. Had several returns to that level. Well, that's what we've got for now. We've got that supply above us. So we're kind of in the middle of it. So gold is not, it's not looking too great for short-term income. Maybe watching this area on a smaller time frame as it tries to mushroom over. See if we get any clear indications on a smaller time frame. But looking at the daily, it's kind of not that great. Quick look at oil. Oil cascade. That's what we call this. It's a cascade. It's just cascading down like a waterfall. Let's look at what's below us. So oil at the moment has gone through that level. So we're looking again at this level below. That's still fresh. So that's what we've got for oil, for short-term income trading. And that's for WTI. Let's go look at copper quickly. We got anything interesting in copper? Not really. I'm just going to go to the S&P 500, which had a bit of a bounce yesterday, which was not surprising considering that we have been sitting at this demand for a little while. So it's come in the second time now. We're bouncing off of it. We have some supply up in there and ultimately up in here. So a bounce is not surprising. See how far we carry. If we get up into here, then we'll be looking for short trades. For now, the possibility of finding short-term income bounces is there. So long trades, if we can get opportunities down here, is what we're looking at. And then finally, looking at the Dow, again, it's not as clear as the S&P. Its level is not as clean, but that's it's working off of. These markets obviously tend to pull each other most of the time. They tend to pull each other one way or the other, either up or down. So that's what I've got in terms of short-term income trading for today, the 27th of November. I hope those levels help you. Watch them. These are just broad brushes, broad, overview of the levels to keep an eye on that we can get trades off of using smaller time frames. I just wanted to say a quick thank you to T4I for your posts, quite insightful, and to all of you who continue to contribute. Hey, Captain Pablo, welcome. Please post those charts up. Let's converse. Let's talk about the markets using supply and demand. Yeah, so thank you to all of you who continue to contribute, and we will hopefully have a better 2019. I'm going to be posting up some more charts in the coming days over the holidays. I'm going to be reviewing. I would urge you guys to do the same. Review 2018, either the whole thing or the last quarter. What needs to be done, what has been achieved, and go again in 2019. I'm concluding plans for an end of year webinar, a free webinar for any one of you who's interested. So the dates we're looking at tentatively for now, we're looking at just before Christmas, so we're looking in December. So we're looking at like the 22nd of December, possibly that date, or the 15th. So I will finalize one of those dates once I'm clear. So 15th or the 22nd, and I will post it on the thread and on Twitter and Facebook once we conclude. So again, thank you to all of you. Please continue to post your charts and let's talk. I wish you all well. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.